Keep coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
And this is TV Nerds.
Yep.
Welcome. It's Gabe Stomach.
Your boy Eugene here.
Chris Konecki.
Lisani de la Gran Martínez González. Or Lisa.
Oh my gosh.
You sound like Spy Kids.
Yo, for real. Man, that's what she sounds like.
Whenever they say their whole name, they just go like,
Yeah.
Like a secret door open.
I ain't
Holy
get that.
shit.
It's
Got
like,
mom's last name,
state your
dad's last
name.
name.
It's like,
both of their middle names.
Your great-great-great-grandparents are like, but you gotta have my last name in there too. Like,
Actually, I can't front. I got a name just as long.
wait, I never heard your full name. What is
not my
it?
name.
Gabriel Nathaniel Jose Sebastian Ford.
Holy
Bruh.
shit.
You making fun of me?
Yeah. My name's not that long. No. Cannot allow that.
I'm surprised because you're Cuban and Cubans have like
I
three
know.
last names.
I know. No, I'm just Christian Salomon. That's it. It's just,
So how was everyone's week?
it was alright.
it was great. You know?
Good.
Watched some anime. Got stoned.
Saw Bad Boys 3.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's talk
Ooh,
about
yeah.
Bad Boys 2. I've been
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
I don't want to know nothing.
All right, I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Alright,
tell. I'm just gonna tell y'all like,
It was really good.
yeah, it's good. Like, it's like crazy plot twists. Like, shit gets deep.
Now for
Like some of the a lot of critics were saying that it's like the best Bad Boys out of the whole trilogy. That
Okay.
it was definitely worth the wait, which I do agree. It was definitely worth the wait. You know, like, so yeah,
but
for
I'm
sure.
saying,
Huh?
for a trilogy movie series, this one is the most fire one. Is what you're saying? Because think
I
about
mean,
it.
I don't want to give it that kind of like compliment like too early, but from the movie, like, yeah, like
Do you need to watch
I
it
guess-
a couple more times?
I would definitely watch it again, like
Okay.
for sure. I would definitely watch it
Alright,
again.
then I'm gonna go watch
Because it's
it.
hard. Because like
Yeah.
Back to the Future, like the three were
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know, like,
Usually by the
No,
third.
like
But
my cousin
usually
was
for
telling me
trilogies,
that she
usually
didn't laugh as hard.
with trilogies, it's either the second one is bad
Yeah.
or the third one's bad.
right.
Yeah.
So to hear that the third
One
one
is good,
hit,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely hit.
now,
And for some more Bad Boy news, like the fourth movie is
Oh.
What?
yeah, they already said is in development.
Oh.
They're beginning developing the fourth movie already.
Is this
Wow.
gonna be a Fast and Furious kind of thing where there's like
hope
7?
not.
I have no
movies?
clue because they're old.
I think they
They're getting old, so I don't
They
know.
could do it though. I think they could do it.
They could. I think they could do it for.
I think,
Like,
I
Even,
think they could do a
especially
fourth,
no,
but she probably
especially
fucked
with
it
the
up
way
before.
that it ended.
Okay.
I'm gonna just tell you straight
Okay.
up. From the way Bad Boys 3 ended, they could definitely do it
If
for.
they have a
want
follow
to.
up for it, then yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm
no,
all
I
for
think
it.
they can do the Fast and Furious continue.
I'm not
'cause
sure.
It's Will.
Like,
we're talking Will Smith and Martin Lawrence
Yeah, but
combo.
They
there
both-
are movies
Yeah.
that Will Smith has done that
Right.
haven't
Oh,
hit.
But he didn't have the supporting actor of Martin Lawrence.
That's true.
I mean,
I recently,
recently-
like
before I saw the
4 or
movie-
5 movies
before
is
I saw the
fine,
movie,
but-
I saw like an interview that he did, that him and Martin Lawrence did with the Breakfast Club. and,
Yes.
like, he was talking about that too, cause like he was saying like, you know, how like he doesn't even really pay attention to like all the critics and like, you know, how they're saying like, well, his recent movies haven't hit. Like let's not also forget the only reason why Gemini Man didn't hit was because of Joker.
Right.
If it wasn't competing with Joker, I feel like it would have been a bigger box office hit than it was.
It is.
Yeah.
Gemini Man
It
is
wasn't a bad
actually a
movie.
really it's a
It
good
was-
movie.
It was good? Yeah.
I think it's a good movie. So you're right. It's just it's like when rappers take out like two different rappers, one that's more popular, one that's a little less popular.
Yeah.
Take out two really good hits at the same time. Obviously, everybody's gonna go for.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, you got Dunkin' Donuts?
All he said was chocolate.
They were on the table.
What?
I figured it was like work. Just take.
Oh, you left me the coffee one. That's the shitty.
That's
No, this
blueberry.
is like blueberry. Oh.
That's
Man, the
fire.
blueberry is fine.
Sweet.
I'll take that then.
I'm
Shoot,
a girl.
give me the
I like
blueberry.
my chocolate, my caramel. I don't do
I feel you.
no baked fruits. No fruitcake. Mm.
I ate a lot of chocolate. I be stealing my girl's chocolate. She be getting so pissed too. She'll get so mad. Like
When
you
I'm
know,
help
watching,
her-
yes,
do
when
you
I'm
help her
watching
look for it?
movies, I'm like, if
Do you
I
help her
don't
look for
fucking
it?
see my chocolate,
You'd be like, yo, I hope you look for it, babe, knowing damn well you ate it.
nah, she'll just come in and just
Bro,
know it's
that's-
gone. And she'll just look at me and I can't even lie to her. I'll just be like, yeah, I ate it.
I'm
But
terrible.
yeah, like what's been going on during the week? You know, I mean, because
Yes, the weekly update.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Mystic Martian had a dope fashion show. On
Yes.
I could not make it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fashion show was definitely amazing.
Lit.
Wow.
Lit Gotes, Creepwear, a couple other ones.
Andre Hustle,
Andre Hustle's
Yep,
one.
Andre Hustle, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a dope lineup.
very
Hell
dope.
yeah.
Fashion show. My grandparents showed.
Great,
Ooh.
great vibe too.
You didn't introduce me to them, Gabe.
I was working. That's right.
You
I
know what,
cooked.
Gabe?
He was on the
I was
grill
on the grill
You know
and
what,
I
Gabe?
and
with
I
them
served.
uncle shoes on too.
Yeah.
I missed
Them
that.
uncle
I
shoes
missed
on,
that.
He
man.
pulled, he
With the
must have
smash backs too.
been proper.
So you know that thing was
Ashy
fire.
Souls,
Okay, can I
Ashy
just
Souls
say
and
you
everything.
look so he looked fly in his little chef suit. Like I loved it. Like he's just there like
He looked
"Do you
like the
need-"
uncle who went to chef school.
Yeah.
Who went to cooking school. Like, yeah, I went to cooking school, you know, I dropped out, but I learned something. You know?
I know some shit.
Yeah.
But no,
You
it
know,
was-
I went to Le Cordon Bleu school
For a
back
day.
in the days.
For a day.
Okay, so I know what I'm saying.
or no, FGCU Community College culinary program.
I want to go ahead and this is a sad moment, but the dub voice for Goku, okay?
Yeah.
He passed away January 10th.
R.I.P. man. R.I.P.
Yeah.
He passed away in his 80s. They I don't know if I know they were talking about doing Dragon Ball superheroes,
Yeah.
but you know, we'll see how they're gonna develop it now. But you know, there's always somebody who. But it's a sad moment. It is.
It's a very sad
For any
moment.
Super Saiyan
He had
fans.
retired. He had retired though. I think in '09. So I think they have been on someone
He's the
else.
latest voice.
But he's retired. I think I read the article. He retired like back and then like was just done doing it. I think he still showed up for like Comic Cons and stuff. But he went out on natural causes from the article. So at least he went
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Finished the game.
True. True.
Finished the game. But
I mean, throughout this week, I mean, there's been some movies that came out. I mean, that movie with Michael B. Jordan, Just Mercy. I've heard a lot of good things about that movie.
I want to see the Firefox.
I have not even heard.
Also, the remake of Doolittle
Yeah.
released this weekend too.
Okay. All right.
Robbie Downey.
Haven't heard a lot about it, but I mean,
It's Robbie
I'm-
Downey Jr. though, right? It's Robbie Downey Jr. though.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the acting's gonna be good. I just don't know about the movie.
Yes.
Right,
I
right.
just.
'Cause I
Yeah.
Plus, I'm
kinda
sorry,
fell
I'm still stuck in my childhood with Eddie
Yes.
Murphy
Yeah.
doing, you know,
I was
Dr.
like-
Doolittle, and like
I
I
was gonna
still like,
say,
That's-
They should have made like a Doolittle, like
At least
you know,
it's
with
different than
grandchildren,
the-
or like kind of how they with Bad Boys, how they like you know.
But they did. They went
They-
to the daughter though. That's
Yeah,
why
they did go to
Yeah,
Kyla
but
Pratt
that was
and everything.
recent. But I'm
Yeah.
saying
Raven
they
Simone or
should, if they
something?
would have done another one, they should have. I feel like they should have just kept.
I feel
Eddie
like
Murphy.
that-
That's Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah, but I feel like that's
Yeah.
why they had to use somebody new because they already
Yeah.
used his daughter. So
And
it's
the
like,
old-
what else
Granddaughter
are they gonna
then.
do?
But
Like-
the old Dr. Doolittle was white too.
Yeah, the original from the book was white, and it was more, I think, more epic than
So,
I
this
think.
could
I
be-
never
yeah.
even
So I think when they
noticed that
remaked
because
it,
I've only watched
they
It's
just
just,
made it
you
kind of
know-
simple and like more relatable to the people.
I guess
But-
it's just when you're used to a movie and you just kind of have
Yeah,
that.
when you're used to a franchise, it's
nostalgia.
different.
But I guess
Yeah.
you gotta move on and
That's why I'm glad they kept Harry Potter the same all the way through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, holy shit.
But it destroyed some of these people's
I
lives.
know,
bro.
but you grew up
They
with these
grew.
people.
That's what I'm saying.
It really sucks.
I was growing up
I mean, the only person who changed was Dumbledore
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
for
bit-
certain reasons.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
But,
Well, Harry, the
so
the
speaking
dude
of
that
Harry
plays Harry-
Potter, it's always back and forth. It's not confirmed. This is all rumors. It's not real.
The
But
new movie?
you know the Cursed Child
Yeah.
based off her book.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's been talking about doing a movie.
There
They've all
has
been
to
like
be.
here back and forth with it. I wish they would make a movie.
The
of
book is a
Cursed
script. Just
Yeah.
turn it into a movie. The whole book is a script.
That is true.
That is
Child.
kind
I
of the
love
way
when
her
you
books are, though.
basically have
Yeah.
a book to go off of because you're right. It's a script.
Yeah,
You
the
already
actual
have-
book, like I've seen it and read the first couple of chapters. It's a whole script. Like, it's like holy shit. Just turn it into a movie.
How long would that be?
It's a pretty long book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All the books are long though.
Yeah,
Probably
they're all
typical.
like 1,000 pages. So
Yeah.
like,
Probably like a part one,
No,
part two.
if you look at
series.
the books, they start off really small. Like the Sorcerer's Stone is like kind of small, and then as they
Yeah,
progress,
and
they
then you
get
got,
bigger
like-
Yeah.
and bigger and
Yeah.
bigger.
Then the
because
shit-
it's like
there's
she
so
just
much
keeps
information.
expanding the world that she
It
created,
looks like
basically.
like
Yes.
a book with a bunch of fucking spells and shit.
And it's crazy. She thought of all of this during she was in a train and she was asleep and she woke up and she had a dream about it, and that's how she thought of Harry Potter. Another weekly news is Sims 5 trailer is out.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
The
that
Sims
actually
5.
looks interesting.
Who plays Sims?
I
in
don't
here?
play Sims.
My
at
cousin
all.
does.
I don't
But-
either.
Like, and she loves it. I
You
think.
guys need to play The
Listen.
Sims. It's the shit because imagine.
My girlfriend plays it. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
But this one looks. This one actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really you should play The Sims and then tell me what you feel about it.
I
Because
play-
I just make people kill each other. Like I
Yeah.
just wait.
you can lock
You
them
could
in
kill
your-
people on Sims?
You can do
Like-
all kinds of shit there.
You just
Like-
live your. You just live like
You
a
can
life.
fuck there. You can.
Yeah, you just live.
I mean,
like
I know
a
that,
life.
but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
You can. You can. Okay. You can basically
the
like you
shower
have
and shit,
different
too.
families and shit, and you can be like, this is a fucked up part. Okay. You can be like, you know what? I'm poor. I'm living in a fucked up house. Okay. There's a dude living in a mansion. I'm gonna go cheat on. You can go like fuck the dude. When he's married, and then basically make him fall in love with you, or the girl fall in love with you, and then steal the house, and then kill your spouse, and then keep the house and the fortune. Like people do some fucked up shit in this game.
and this is where you start to figure out like how crazy people are.
Right.
Just,
Yeah,
just
I don't do all that. I don't do all that, but I'm just
Sims
saying,
and Twitter.
it's
That's how you
crazy
know
shit.
people's
Right.
actual personality.
Pretty much,
Sims
yeah.
and Twitter.
It seems like just plans of how to kill your husband and wife. to get
Basically,
money.
so it's like
Yeah.
before you go to really kill somebody, you can play The Sims and have
And simulate it.
Or you can just watch the ID channel.
Simulate actually killing your husband and see how it turns out.
Or you could just
Pretty
watch the
much.
ID channel. It's all the same.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Oh, that's another. I love that fucking channel. I used to watch that channel. I'm like,
I would be
know
scared of
how
you.
Not to... Okay, I'm making myself look bad. Let me
Yeah.
stop now.
What's the- Netflix just has a new documentary. Speaking of killers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aaron-
the
I
Aaron
haven't watched it
Hernandez.
yet. I haven't watched it.
documentary.
Aaron-
Yeah.
I heard it's really savage.
Yeah,
I heard
dude,
it's crazy,
wild.
like-
I also heard they have no proof of anything too.
I mean, it's the same
Like
thing with the
any
Michael
solid
Jackson
evidence.
documentary.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself.
That's the thing about
Right, right.
documentaries. They're just kind of.
Well, that's the thing with documentaries when you concerning someone who's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's about someone who's dead, you really,
Don't have
unless
no
you talk
side.
to their family or something like that,
I
then
agree with you.
you just.
It's hard. People want to start documentaries when people are dead. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just a way to push an agenda,
He's-
honestly,
Yes.
when you do
but-
that.
Only
yes.
one I believe is the R. Kelly one.
He did some fucked up shit.
I mean, R. Kelly's still living,
Yeah.
so and
He,
he's
he
in
for
jail
real
right
did
now.
that
So
shit.
yeah.
I don't give
No,
a
he-
fuck what
yeah,
anybody
no.
says. He
Yep.
did
Yeah.
that shit.
I mean, he got caught before. We all
got-
knew.
he was on
We
tape.
didn't know this was a thing.
We all
And
saw
then
the
he came
tape,
out with. I know.
and apparently there's more. And apparently there's more tapes out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
Actual
okay 'cause
cassette
he's
tapes,
got
too.
Money, so it's okay, right? Yeah.
No, that's because he made amazing songs that are in movies
Hey, made amazing.
forever.
He
to
made
come.
"I Believe I Could Fly."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I actually believe I could fly when I
those
heard that
allegations,
song.
Too.
My mind's telling me no.
And you should have listened to your mind too.
What?
Oh man. Yeah, I could go on. Like I'm pretty sure
His
a lot
lyrics
of
were scandalous.
Oh,
yeah.
another,
I'm pretty sure a lot of those songs were.
A lot of the
about
songs
underage
were
girls.
about
I
the
don't
young
see
girls.
nothing
was.
wrong about a little bump and grind.
You should
I'm
have.
kind of
I
that's
always-
true. Like my mind keeps telling me no,
I can't
I
even
should
listen to
fuck
R.
this
Kelly
14-year-old,
anymore.
but
Yeah.
my body keeps saying yes. Like that's
However-
It's like you should have listened to. This is where you listen to your mind.
However, I still will listen to Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
all
yeah.
day,
I won't listen.
all
I
day.
won't listen
Yeah.
to R.
Even the
Kelly.
one that R. Kelly wrote
He's
for
even
him.
in
Yeah.
GTA. You gotta listen.
Yeah.
So
Some
another
movies
news.
that are coming up this
Sonic.
week.
Oh,
Well, I'm saying this week.
Oh,
this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell
We
us.
haven't got to that topic yet,
Tell
but you
us.
know, some movies that are coming up this week. You know, The Gentleman. It's like a gangster movie, you know, kind of. Yeah. And also The Turning, which is a horror movie.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Something I found interesting though. Like, here's a question I want to like bring up. Like, which horror movies do you think are kind of better throughout the year? The ones that are like earlier through the year, or the ones that are on like the Halloween month?
Definitely the ones early through the year.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
during Halloween, they're just trying too hard at that point.
Yes.
They're just pushing stuff
yes.
out.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah. I agree
Yeah,
with him.
and like I think really usually during the month of October, it's really about like the real franchise like horror movies, like The Conjuring,
Yeah.
The Insidious, like all those like ones that are like.
Yo, Insidious and The Conjuring were actually okay. I've been watching horror movies forever.
Yes.
And
Same.
Insidious and The Conjuring were like two different,
Two different events, yeah.
That basically I was like finally they're bringing back good horror movies. It's not all about like scaring people. It's the art of it too.
It's
Yeah.
the suspense.
It's the suspense.
A lot of
'Cause we're trying to scare people. I'm like, most people that watch horror movies, they don't get scared easily. Like I said in the last podcast, I don't get
Yep.
scared. It's about the suspense. I was actually like, whoa, on the edge of my seat.
That's why it's tough for me to
during
get
Conjuring
into
and
a
Insidious.
horror movie nowadays.
Certain,
because I've seen
like-
so
I
many.
love them.
I only watch certain horror movies. Like when I watch a certain horror movie that like really like like catches my attention. Like I think the last horror movie I saw was The Nun, and that was
Okay.
like, okay, like this is like crazy.
Did you see the Doctor
It was
Sleep?
a good story,
Sleep.
but it
Nah, I haven't
wasn't
seen that one.
suspense-wise. It was okay,
Sus-
but it was a good story. That was it for me.
I think I kind of like horror movies that have a like deep story, or like some that are like
Yes, yes.
actually based off true
Doctor-
I
events.
hate when
Dr.
they
Sleep,
start off
though.
like,
Yeah.
oh, they're
Dr.
teenagers.
Sleep is off The
I
Shining.
hate horror movies where they're teenagers.
I saw it the other
hate
night.
it.
So you're
So
saying you don't
much.
like it?
That's a different story though. That's Stephen King. Like he knows how to like. But I'm saying those like corny like. I still watch them. The old ones were actually but the new ones that they make like
Oh, wait,
I'm
the
trying-
ones where they're teenagers, and then like when they become adults, like the stuff like
the
comes back or
old,
something
the
like
old
that.
teenage movies were actually not that bad.
Yeah.
It's the new teenage movies, like everything with like social media and like.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
all that shit.
Truth
That's what
and
I'm saying.
Dare.
You
But
know,
it's-
I
but
hate
it's a lot
movies
of,
where
like,
it's like
independent
all
projects,
through their
too.
phone, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, you mean like so?
Death
kinda
app
like,
or something? Is that Death app? The one when the app tells you when you die?
no, I
that?
think it's called Death Dare.
You know
or something
what?
like
Death
that.
Dare or something? It's
Or-
like
You
an
know
app
what?
that tells you
Or
when you
there is
die.
one-
There's also Truth or Dare.
And that one,
or-
yeah, that was
There,
the
there
one.
is
I'm
one
trying
that
to
I
think of
there
names.
is one that I
I
saw.
What about?
That was-
I
that
wouldn't
was
even
like that, that
consider
was
this a
good.
horror movie. But what about Cloverfield?
That's
Like
That
a
was-
movie like
that's good.
Cloverfield.
That-
Like,
I think that's good.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Based on the
that's a good
story,
movie,
that's
yes.
that's good. Both of them.
because it is kind of like the one where it's like it's just the camera. Like I think.
Yes.
But wasn't it a monster? I consider that more
And
sci-fi than
Jeepers
anything.
Creepers,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking
no
love
way.
Jeepers Creepers.
But y'all gotta watch
They
Doctor
fell
Sleep.
off.
Doctor Sleep picked up after The Shining.
Ooh, yes.
So
yes,
like
yes,
everyone's
yes, yes,
outside.
yes,
So the
yes.
kid that got chased, like where's Johnny? He's now an adult, and the shit gets wild, and there's some like little. It's like,
Wow.
it's-
Okay, I gotta watch that too.
And-
And my girl also wants to watch that Turning shit because she showed me the trailer.
The trailer
last
is like
night,
pretty.
And I was like, holy shit, this actually looks really good. I might have to go watch
Yeah.
that now.
Another good movie. It's an independent. It's a foreign film. So it's called The Devil's Art. Or fuck, I can't remember. The Art of the Devil. So it's a Korean film. It's a very gory film. So I love gory films too. Anything horror gory. It's a really good film. It puts you like to the edge of your seat. It makes you like ugh. Anything that turns your stomach. It's if you like that shit.
That's
Not
kind of
you
one
guys,
thing
but
about
anybody who
foreign
does,
films,
any
though, because a
listeners.
lot of with the foreign films, they really don't really care about gore.
Yeah, they
like
go
they'll
all the fuck out.
they'll go all out with
Yes,
gore, like
yes.
with foreign films.
And
like,
I love that. And
like
I love that.
for some reason with like America, it's like
Art of the Devil,
okay,
right.
like certain gore, it's like okay, you can't show too much, but yet they'll show a sex scene
Yo,
whenever.
I've watched a movie called High Tension. It's like a Russian film, right?
Ooh, okay.
And this shit is so fucking good. I didn't even give a fuck that there was fucking subtitles all throughout the shit. Bro, within
I like
like the
subtitles,
first
damn it.
15 minutes, you see like this dude get his fucking whole head just took the fuck off from his body with a dresser. Like this bitch just like puts them on the stairs, like like the fucking like right in between the bars and shit of the stairs. Takes a fucking dresser, smashes his head. Whole head comes right off. Blood just spilling everywhere. I was like, oh my
I
god.
love that type of shit.
It's so good. It was so
Sorry guys, I'm a little weird.
We all
I
are.
like,
Yeah,
I like
it's okay.
murder and
We
shit.
all got our weird
I'm
moments.
good on gore, but it's like action gore. Like I watched this one called Accident Kill, and it's a British movie where like these
Okay.
mercenaries killed this dude's ex-girlfriend who was pregnant,
Yeah.
and the mercenaries and hitmen all work together at the same place. So they walked. So it's like basically going to see like after work, drinking like the bar that they all meet up after work,
Yeah.
and going, yo, what the, you done, you killed my girl. But I was like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I just did a job.
You know what other movies are fun? Like comedy gore movies.
Right.
Like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
The British movie Shaun of the Dead. I like it. It's fun. It's kind of like.
I'm not really that into like British humor that much, but I mean, I heard it's good.
It was pretty
It's
cool.
good. It was a
pretty
good
cool.
movie, Shaun of the Dead.
Because it relates to like people who go through, like everyday life. Because he didn't realize that there were zombies. He was like trying to
Yeah.
get ice cream,
Yeah,
buying
I
a
know.
paper. He was just going about his day.
He's just thinking like
And
this
niggas-
bitch is rude, but no, it's a zombie.
Yeah. He's like, where's she at? She coming up to the lunch. I can't wait anymore.
Yeah, just leaves the money there and walks the fuck
He just
out.
walks out like nothing
I
happened.
love the bar scene where they're like, trying to take get the zombies out of the way, and like, it was a very epic scene in Shaun of the Dead, the bar scene.
And at the end, he ended up saving his boy from being he ends up keeping his boy who's a zombie, and they play PlayStation together. And he still tries
Yes,
to
as
eat
a
him.
zombie.
Yeah.
Yes. And these are the same people that created Paul, the movie Paul.
That was
which
good.
I love.
I liked it.
I like those comedians. So something else too is so Baby Yoda is now in Build a Bear.
Wow.
Yes.
Baby Yoda is now in Build
All
a
the
Bear.
annoying girlfriends, like all
Yes.
the annoying nerd girlfriends, are gonna be like, "I want a Baby Yoda." Now. It's like, God.
I mean, for
Just saying
season,
hi to our little people outside. Hello there.
I'm pretty sure for season 2 of Mandalorian, it just got approved.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
for sure. It's in the
Yeah,
works.
it's
I'm pretty
good,
sure
yeah.
it's gonna be epic.
And I thought I wasn't gonna like it because the whole reason why I watched Star Wars is for the lightsaber fights. But
And there wasn't a lot of that?
Yeah, it wasn't. But I started in, and
It's pretty good, ain't it?
yeah, I haven't finished the first
Yeah.
season yet though.
Yeah, right.
So, since I've given you my DC login info, how do you like the Harley Quinn show?
It's fucking lit. Yeah, it's fucking lit. It's fucking lit.
Only,
It
I
is.
mean, the only one that I recently have watched is the
It's-
Batman Beyond because I own that. So I've been
Watch
so I
this
watched
Harley
that.
Quinn.
Watch
Yeah.
the Harley
Watch
Quinn.
the
It's
Harley
a comedy show. It's more comedy. So
And
don't.
they be them hits, them
The
jokes.
way they make fun of Bane.
All
Like,
right.
bro, you just
I
on
gotta see
steroids.
this
Stop
now.
talking
Yeah,
to me like
they
that.
got jokes.
The
I'm all
latest episode, they make fun of Aquaman. He's like, "It is I, Aquaman, son of Atlan." And then he's like, so Shark King is in there, right? Shark King is like trying to steal the jewels and everything. And then he's like, "Your parents would be disappointed that you're hanging out with people from the surface." And he's like, "You don't know my mama."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, maybe I do," or some shit like that. And he just high fives a dolphin like that. This
That's
is the type
wild.
of shit you'll see in like.
Wow.
the
And they
Hollywood
curse
show.
each other out.
Okay.
It's great.
I love
It's
it.
great.
Now let's get into our topic for today.
Yes.
Everything that's gonna be up, that's coming up in 2020.
Yes.
Yep. So there's some animes that are coming up.
Yeah. They're good.
Season 2 of Doctor Stone.
Yes.
Season 2 of Fire Force.
Can't wait.
Mhm.
I believe it's in the summer that's coming, season 2 of Fire
I
Force?
think so. Yeah. I mean, that would be perfect timing. Fire Force, summer. Whole lot of hot shit.
Could be.
Something that like I'm.
And the movie too of Demon Slayer
I was
is
gonna
also
say,
coming out
I
this year.
thought Demon
Yeah.
Slayer
So
had
they're gonna
something
give us a
coming out.
really good movie, really good animation for Demon Slayer. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be lit.
I can't wait.
Something interesting that I saw as like a trend kind of for like 2020 is that there's a lot of game-based movies that are supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
Like you have the new Sonic movie that's coming out in February, and apparently there's supposed to be like a Monster Hunter movie that's coming out in
Wow.
September,
Yep.
That'd be
and
interesting.
also I think they said Tom Holland's supposed to be Nathan Drake for the Uncharted movie that's coming out in December.
Yeah.
So like
That'll be lit.
it would be.
And plus, they already got the Witcher series, which that
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
already a game before.
I think people are starting to get on the whole trend of, okay, everything nerdy. Nerd culture is becoming big.
I think it's just because
Yeah.
of like all the interesting storylines that you see that these people have came up with that
Yes.
that has this big fan base,
Plus,
and especially
it's
with
just-
Uncharted, like
the nerd world is bigger than we think. People think, oh, nerds are like the one. No, there's so many nerds out there, and
I think it's
people are
also
starting
because of
to
the fact of like what you really like considered like as nerdy. Like there's like
Yeah.
just like what we talk on the shows. Like there's actual people who just are nerds about TV shows or about movies. Like just people who are really invested in whatever.
Yeah, and whatever they
it
like.
is.
Yeah.
But basically, anything comic book wise, anything gaming wise, anything like that, they're making movies and shows out of that.
Yeah.
But
Anything anime, they're making anime big. Even Netflix has their own, original anime series.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
are honestly
Seven
pretty
Deadly
good.
Sins
I
is
think
actually an
that's- but I
original
think it's 'cause
Netflix.
it's generational marketing now.
It is. It is too, because a lot
we're
of
the generation
yeah,
that
a lot of the people that are grown now grew
Are
up on this shit.
Toonami,
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, G-Force,
All the
Channel.
creative shit had to go somewhere.
Yeah. So it's like, I watched G-Force back in the day all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When you had all the cheat code
Yeah.
game, like a cheat code TV show.
I know this might be too far ahead, but something I thought of interesting when it came to like game-based movies is the Mortal Kombat movie that's going to be coming out in 2021 in January.
I've been
Yeah.
hearing about that, but
Yeah, like-
I hope it's really gonna be that
I'm
good.
just dying to see what they do now that we got CGI and everything like
Yeah.
that, because the
Right.
original
The old
one,
ones?
it was still good. I was gonna get you that, but you know, you could just tell a lot of this stuff was like, you
Yeah,
could tell like
yeah. They could have been better.
all the graphics and everything was just so
If
like
they had
weird
better
looking,
equipment,
but
it could have been better.
yeah, like this one right here, like I'm
They need to
excited
make
for
like
it.
a GTA
And-
5 movie because
They need to just make a
that's
GTA movie in
storyline.
general.
Yes,
Yeah.
a GTA movie would be.
I would rather see a San Andreas like.
I mean, but we
I'd
kind of
rather
we,
an anime movie though.
but we kind of already had GTA movies though. If you think
Yeah.
about it, think about the kind of missions that they make you do in GTA. You got like drug dealers that you do missions for. And
I mean,
shit.
technically, some of
Big
the missions,
heist.
some of the
Yeah,
missions
we
did
already
come
had
from
that.
movies too.
Yeah.
Like in GTA 5, the whole gold mission, that one
Oh.
came from a movie.
Yeah.
That was Ocean's, not Ocean's, Italian Job.
Yeah.
So
Oh, also in 2021, the Tomb Raider sequel, that one's supposed to be coming
Ooh.
out in March of 2021.
Wow. I did not know that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which I'm kind of excited to see. Like, I wasn't too impressed with the original Tomb Raider movie. Like, well, I wasn't too impressed with the one that recently came out. I just feel like it was like more of an origin story, and it was just it was very slow. Like, it was a very slow pace, but
Yeah.
I feel like they do this one, if they do the sequel right, like, you could do some big things with it. So,
The thing is, like, I think any movie that pertains to a game or an anime or anything, like I said, nerdy, basically anything past 2010, 2012, 13, I think after that, it's going to be good. Before that, they've tried, but they didn't know where to go with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
now that they
I can
have,
feel that.
I feel like the Marvel movies kind of paved the way for that. As much as, you know, like I'm more of a DC fan, but I like Marvel too. They paved the way for like now people see, okay, and like yes, there was Star Wars, okay, but that was it. It was Star Wars and Star Trek, and I get that. There was that, but now it's like every movie that comes out, almost every movie I feel like has some kind of background in
Yeah.
gaming,
Yeah.
anime, and they're trying to do a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
Yeah.
Disney is trying to see if they can get that.
Mhm.
Well, hopefully
But,
they make a really
you know.
good Dragon Ball Z
Yes.
live action movie because the first one was
I don't know about
terrible.
anime
it
live
was so
action,
whitewashed
but-
too. Like, I just
Yeah.
hated that
Yeah.
fact that it was
So what do
such
you
a
guys think of Morbius then? Morbius?
Oh,
Morbius.
I really, I love I love the trailer,
Right.
and I really feel like just from looking at the trailer, I really feel like they're gonna try to like do the whole crossover with Sony and Marvel.
I
Because
believe.
did you see at the end where where the guy from Far From Home?
Yeah,
No, it was from Homecoming.
Vulture?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
he was in the trailer, so it's like,
But I think it's more as if like what they did with Spider-Man. I'm hoping they're gonna do
You
the
know
same
what?
thing they did with Spider-Man. Like with the merge, working together with Sony.
yeah.
If they do it just like they did
The
with
thing-
Spider-Man, it'll hit. Like,
I think
yeah.
Sony's trying to, cause I was actually gonna do like all the Marvel and DC movies that are coming out in
Yeah.
2020, and I feel like Sony is trying to come out with, you know, profit off of as much as they can before,
Yeah.
because they know they're gonna eventually sell out to Disney. So I feel like they're coming out.
I
with
mean, I
like,
think-
okay,
I
so
think
they,
they're try-
they have the New Mutants coming out on April 10th. Okay.
Yeah, that one I
Alright.
think is actually gonna be
Yeah.
really
Yes, so they have
Yeah,
that.
so-
They have Black Widow is part of Disney, so they
Yeah.
have Black Widow coming out May 1st.
I can't wait for that one because
Yeah.
I love the trailer and just
Honestly.
I really want to see the story.
Morbius
Yeah,
In July.
Bird of Prey in February
Yes.
7th. Bird of Prey.
But we're in
I've heard a lot of people aren't really excited for it for some reason, but
bro, it's the,
'Cause the
it's
first
the
one
did so
villains.
bad.
It's the villains.
they got a
though.
bad taste in their mouth, you know.
Yeah. Like I'm
first
not
one
even
was so
mad that
bad.
it's Margaret Robbie doing Harley Quinn. It's like your other villains you picked. They should have thrown in Poison Ivy.
Yeah, you
They
know what? They
didn't-
really should have.
They should have thrown in Poison
They
Ivy
should-
for that
they
Bird of
should've.
Prey, and any
I
other
was
villain you
was
had after
upset
that would have
because
been whatever.
Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn
Are-
have a big,
Yeah.
Right.
a big history.
That's
in
why I'm
DC
still waiting on the
comics.
Deadpool and Spider-Man
They
crossover,
even became
man.
lovers. Like they're best friends. They're the. I mean,
Yeah.
oh.
Like eventually they're gonna have to see the like. The
also
fans out there.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes.
I'm really excited for that one.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Back to more Marvel movies that are coming out is Venom 2, October 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm excited for that.
And then
I'm
they
excited for
have,
anything Spider-Man.
Right.
Also,
Eternals.
yeah, the Eternals. I was about to say
in
that, the
2020.
Eternals.
And then let's see what more DC movies they have besides Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman, obviously in June. They have, let's see, So they have the Batman that's gonna come out August 6th on 2021.
I don't like.
So that one,
I'm a huge
like,
Batman fan. Like
Yes.
I love the whole like I love all the games. I love the the one with Christian Bale in it. Like I was somewhat happy with the Batman and Dawn of Justice. I wasn't excited about the movie, but I was actually impressed with Ben Affleck playing Batman. Like I feel like
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like he was a better Batman than he was Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Christian Bale was an amazing Bruce
Bruce
Wayne.
Wayne.
But then Ben Affleck was a better Batman.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
That's the thing about
Christian
playing
Bale was
superheroes,
trying
though,
too hard
you know?
when he tried to play
There
Batman.
still has,
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
there still has not been one Batman that has been good at both roles.
You know what?
You always look at each one that played Batman and you're like, either he's a really good Bruce Wayne or a
Yeah.
really good
Yeah.
Batman.
I thought the same thing about the Spider-Man actors until they gave us Tom Holland. He is the perfect Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Facts.
He is.
He really
His personality truly is.
He's just like the
He's
comics.
supposed to be
He's just like the
quirky.
comics.
He's
I'll give
supposed
you
to be
that. That is
fun
true.
and
Yeah, I think Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Than Peter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he was
for sure.
a better
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man than Peter
Fucking,
Parker.
Toby's jokes were terrible in the first trilogy for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
His he couldn't land a punchline when he was Spider-Man. Like I don't know, like he was good at playing the awkward, Peter Parker,
Yeah.
shy boy,
If he didn't talk though,
would have been
Toby
better.
Maguire.
But I mean,
He
Spider-Man
handled
has to
Spider-Man,
talk.
bro.
Like Spider-Man has to
He-
talk.
he-
He's like he's the big talker like
Yeah.
of all
Yeah.
of all the superheroes. So he has to talk.
That's
You
why I
can't
need
have a
that-
silent
that-
Spider-Man.
That's why I need that bromance, bro.
That
Deadpool
is
and
true.
Spider-Man.
I mean, when he showed up in Civil War,
Oh,
that debut of Civil War, I was like, yo, this
Yeah.
Spider-Man's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
especially during that fight scene,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
he's just like
Yeah.
he's like, kid,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you haven't gotten in a fight before. It's like,
Under Bruce. And then you just see this. Oh,
I
and it's just funny like when you see
where are you
like,
from? Brooklyn. Manhattan.
I saw Tom Holland. I was like, "You're perfect." Like they
Yeah.
cannot. I hope they don't get rid of you because of all the licensing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he truly.
We
is
almost
amazing.
we almost lost him.
Yeah.
We
Last
almost-
year we
you're
almost
right.
did.
Yeah.
Almost did.
But
Sony
we
merged.
kept them because we knew better.
So a movie that's coming out, if you have children, I just want to throw this in there
Yes.
just because, Trolls World Tour.
Yes. Okay.
I feel like like from the trailer I saw, it's like I feel like if you have kids, like
Yeah.
it'll be something good. Like,
Trolls was as a mom, and I'm around other friends that have kids my age. Trolls was a really big movie for kids, and even for parents. It was a cute movie, and you're right. Like that would be a very good follow up because I feel like they needed a follow up.
I'm on the exact opposite spectrum. My dad got me Godzilla as a child.
Yeah,
I am
that's true.
pumped. I am pumped for Godzilla vs. King Kong.
No, I feel
I
like
used to watch
yeah.
That
Freddy
is-
and Jason
yeah.
movies when I
My
was a
dad-
fucking
what?
kid.
the second.
I watched
the
Titanic
second,
when I was like 6.
So, I was watching Players
I
Club
was
at
watching
7.
like 13 Ghosts when
Yeah.
I was little. I was like, ooh, okay.
no wonder you like horror movies.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching horror movies when I was little. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
They
my
were
parents
like,
really didn't give a fuck. They were like,
Yeah.
well, you're going to watch it eventually. Here you go.
Just watching it with me.
Yeah.
Cover your eyes.
Oh, no. I was
They're
not
like, if
covering my
you're
eyes.
scared, just
Yeah, I
go to
know.
the other room.
You know what's
I'm like,
crazy?
I'm just gonna stick through this shit.
The
even though I'm
only
scared.
movie that they would not allow me to watch was Scarface, and I purely think it's because he was playing a Cuban guy.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, he's a Cuban selling cocaine." No, no.
It's like-
We don't want you to be that.
You know what's funny?
don't need that
like,
imagery.
like 75 to 80% of Cubans.
It's
Just
really
kidding.
funny how I got caught watching it because I was at my cousin's house and my older cousin was playing it, right? So I snuck into his room and we were watching it and shit. And there goes my mom. She just
Ooh.
walks in,
Ooh.
and right at the perfect part, right when the dude is getting his whole shit chopped off with the chainsaw.
Bruh.
Yeah, comes in, just yanks me by my arm. Vente pa' acá.
Oh.
I was
No,
like,
my,
"God damn,
my dad's a
ruined it,
little, my
ruined
dad's a
it."
little thug, so he's like, oh, Scarface, vamos a verlo, we're gonna see it. He's like, oh, he's like, oye, ven pa' acá, tú tienes que ver esto, like, you gotta see this shit. I'm like, okay, and I'm like freaking like 5 or some shit like that. I'm like, yeah, okay, like, and I'm like, whoa, violence at 5, and that's why I have a murderer's mind. That's why I'm weird.
Also, like something that Disney's coming out with, Mulan, the live action Mulan
My
in
favorite
March.
Disney
So good.
princess.
in March.
My favorite Disney princess, so I'm excited
For
for
real?
this one.
I
And
ain't
I'm
hyped.
glad, I was like, I love the music, but I'm glad that they're
is
doing
not-
it more of like a super serious action movie.
They're trying. I think what Disney's really doing, they're trying to like really stick with the original folktale, with the original story.
Yes.
which I think that's really what they're really doing with a lot
They
of
got-
their live action ones.
That's what
You
Because
gotta have Mushu
I really
in it.
feel like
They don't.
with the
Oh, then no, I don't
Yeah,
want
they
it.
don't.
they don't have Mushu, they don't have none of the
Mushu.
songs.
Right.
Like it's just strictly based off the
Exactly.
Savage shit.
off the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
they-
And
love
if you know
that.
anything about the Mulan story, you're gonna know that the ending is not gonna be as
Yeah.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine with me, because once again, horror movie.
But it was the Mushu that made the cartoon.
He at least
It,
made
it
it
low key
Yes.
was. It was.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy
and,
did this
and the
thing.
bug.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh,
and,
yeah,
the, and,
the-
the,
And the cricket.
And the
cricket. Yeah, the cricket.
Yeah.
Man, and then the three fat dudes, or the three other dudes. The
Oh,
ones,
yeah.
the ones that like
Yes.
dressed up and
Yeah.
dragged.
The skinny
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
the short one, the fat one.
That
Yes.
was hilarious.
There's a whole.
But I'm actually
whole
glad
squad
they're
of them.
doing that, and they're doing an all Asian cast, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, of
Asians are
course, they have to
rising
have
up
they have to have an
in this
Asian
country,
there.
hey?
Like, come
Yeah,
on, like
they have
you
to.
can't
can't
just have
screw this
some.
You can't just have a Mulan movie and not have an
You
Asian.
can't
You
have
can't.
a Bertha or a
God.
Janice or a Beatrice or whatever and play a Mulan.
Also, a new Disney movie is gonna be coming out in June. Soul, the movie Soul.
Yes. But you know what's crazy? As soon as like you see him, he's his true self. Boom! Like within like minutes of the movie, he's a blue character, and I'm like,
What?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't even know.
You need to see the trailer to know what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
I'll
I'm
have
like,
to
they
watch it.
should have. I'm like, I wanted to see his true like form. Like they change him into the spirit, this little blue little spirit.
I've never.
Y'all need
Yeah.
to watch the trailer. He
Alright.
knows what
I
I'm
do.
talking about.
Yeah, I
Alright.
do.
We'll watch it. That's our homework.
So he just becomes a
Watch
spirit the
Disney
rest of the
trailers.
movie, and I'm like, there's your homework. Okay.
Alright.
Watch the
Alright.
trailers.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha.
Also something that's coming out along with Sonic on Valentine's Day is the movie The Photograph. I don't know if you guys know about that. It's a movie with Issa Rae, and like, it's kind of like it's basically I feel like it's gonna be a perfect Valentine's Day movie. So
Okay.
something you can watch with your girlfriend. You know.
Okay. All right.
Nope. Because then she wants me to do that. That's why. How come you don't do that?
Oh, yeah.
Write
That is
letters
true. That is true. Like
watch
it's a
the Notebook.
movie.
Have y'all
It
ever
is-
been
watch the
cock
Notebook
blocked by
with
a
your-
movie?
Bro, watch the Notebook with your girl. How come you don't send me letters every day? We live together.
It's like
So
Why would I? Why would
If my
I?
girl ain't like that, she won't give a fuck.
Why would I send the letter?
We got like the
It's
same
like,
mindset.
it's like if this happened to me, would you,
No,
bruh? Why would you put that in my mind? Now I gotta think about this. Like, come
So
on.
you wouldn't do it? No, I'm just saying it's not a thing.
It's not something I want to talk
This
about
is
right
this
now.
is Hollywood.
No, I feel you. Like,
I would not stand out in the rain for
Also,
8 hours.
since we were talking about horror movies and stuff, some other horror movies are coming out this year. The Invisible Man. I saw the trailer for it when I was watching Bad Boys,
Yes.
and it looks like the perfect suspenseful movie. Like,
yes. She
is
gets
this a
okay,
remake?
So,
Is this a remake?
Yeah, because there was one before, right?
Wasn't with
Yes.
with
Okay, yes, yes.
Patrick some other
The-
other white guy,
Yes,
right?
it is a
Oh, it was
remake.
Hollow Man.
oh, okay.
and so
There was also Slender Man.
Slender
too.
Man,
Yes.
I
Hollow
think that's-
Man.
Yeah.
So
there was
this
a,
one
there's a lot of
basically
mans.
is
Candyman.
she's this girl who truly is being stalked by her ex-boyfriend who's invisible, and everybody thinks she's
And
crazy.
fakes his death and everything like that.
He fakes his death, so now he's like invisible, and she truly goes to a loony bin, goes to all kind, and she's like, he's coming after you, and you know, like she gets dragged by her feet, like it's crazy.
Wow.
It's one of those like crazy like.
I
Yeah.
want to poke holes in it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Also, another movie
Fair.
like that's sticking true to the original like tale is Gretel and Hansel. That's supposed to be coming
Yeah.
out.
I really want to
I
watch
want to
that
see
one.
that one.
Because they're actually sticking to like the main
Yeah, and they're
fucking shit,
stick-
and it's
Yeah.
really horror.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and they're really sticking to the part that like they wander off in the woods and a witch
Yeah.
tries to get them.
She's
So,
gonna
yeah.
turn you into some
Yeet.
fucking candy,
Yeah.
bitch. She gonna eat you.
I'm like, bring the gore, bring the gore.
Yeah, that's all I'm there for.
Also, A Quiet Place Part 2
Oh, okay, yes.
coming
yes.
out in March.
They've been talking about it, that they've been in the works for it. They've been
Have you seen the
filming
trailer for it? The trailer just looks. Like
it. That daughter's smart.
If it doesn't go, it doesn't come across the feed. I
Yeah.
don't get it. I don't know. I see the other trailer.
What
Everything
about
comes-
what about new games that are coming out?
that's the. Oh, before we go out to that one, another trailer I saw while watching Bad Boys, Free Guy.
Free Guy.
It's a movie with dang, the guy who plays Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and the person who's directing it directed on Stranger Things as well.
Ooh.
And basically,
Okay.
what the whole thing of the movie is that it's a guy, like Ryan Reynolds plays this guy who's basically like a background character in this video game, and then and then for some reason something happens, and he realizes he's in a video game. Like he puts on these glasses, he realizes he's in a video
I've
game.
seen this.
Yeah. And basically they go on this whole crazy adventure, all this stuff. Like it looks like a real like fun movie like that.
It's yeah. The world. There's no pain or something in the world.
Yeah.
Like you can still die,
Right, but there's
but there's
pain.
no pain. And
Wow.
like,
You can also like you could like in the trailer he's all hurt. He has a broken nose and everything. He sees this life pack. He grabs it and he's like, oh
This
my
is
god!
like
look.
this is like
And it-
either Sword Art Online
It's
or
similar.
like
Yeah,
or
I
like
think that's
that
what
and
I think,
what
yeah.
is it, Sex and Robots or on Netflix? What is it?
I know what you're talking about.
Love and Robots.
Love and Robots.
Love, sex, and robots.
Love,
Love,
Sex,
Sex,
and
and
Robots, where they have an actual one where like they have is it Black Mirror? One of those two where they have where he goes into a virtual reality game and he falls in love with like but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this isn't really virtual reality. He puts on like a set of glasses that gives
He
him like a
becomes the player.
video game.
He
HUD.
becomes the player.
Wow.
So like when you said the pack,
So
you
it's
didn't,
like
he
Robot
didn't see
Chicken
the
where he's
pack
like
on the
killing,
floor.
he's like getting the
He
coins,
would do
but he's really
this,
killing.
and you would see like the couple, like say this was the health pack. You'd see the health pack, and it would be
Right.
disappear.
Right.
Then he would see it, and then it would
Yeah.
disappear.
So you would need the glasses
So
for
you would
it.
need the glasses for everything to run, and you can.
It's kind of like
It's kind of like Spy
But-
Kids 3 in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in
Yeah.
and in
Yes.
Valerian, if you watch Valerian, when they first go to that one big ass flea market, you got to put the fucking glasses on
To see.
the
Yeah.
the other
Yes.
dimension where they have it. Yeah.
Yes.
One more movie I want to talk about too, The Conjuring 3.
Ooh.
That's supposed to come out too. So.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good because they gotta by the third movie, you know. So
Yeah, it always that trilogy curse like, but
One
I
thing-
feel. Go ahead.
No. Oh, okay. So one thing about like speaking of The Conjuring, because we talked about Insidious too. The Insidious movies. Have you seen the ending where the old lady's a ghost,
Yeah,
and then she sees and she goes, "Oh no!" and she sees like
that was in like the second one, right?
Yes, and I'm like, when is that gonna come out? Like that's been killing me. I'm like, what does she see?
It might be the next, cause like if it hasn't already like happened yet, then it might be
Right.
the next one.
Yeah,
like
no,
it's
it-
probably just stuff that's like the other movies are just like stuff leading into that. Cause
Yeah.
I
I'm,
hope they
Okay,
do.
'cause
cause I'm
I
wondering
didn't-
too. Cause like when I
That's
saw it,
what
I
I've
was just
been
like,
dying to see.
what is? I'm like,
Yeah,
am
'cause
I
the-
going to stay in here like longer? Get me out of this thing.
Yeah, because the one after that I think was like backtracking.
Yeah.
Like what happened before.
Yeah, they
all that
backtrack
shit.
before like
Yeah.
her husband.
So it's kind of like the first one, second one, then it's like the third one is like a prequel for the other ones. Like,
Right. Yeah.
kind of like The Nun was a prequel for like a lot of the whole Conjuring.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So on new games,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That just came out this past weekend. The Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah.
I've heard some very
Yeah.
great,
Very good.
very
Yeah.
great reviews about it.
And it's crazy because they said it was an RPG game, and there were rumors at first, but it really is an RPG game. It's kind of like when they came out with Budokai 3. So like you can fly around and shit, except this is more in detail.
I love it already.
You know,
I'm
so
excited.
The
Yeah.
one portion that I saw, because I didn't want to see too much of the gameplay, because I'm actually gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Is just the beginning. Is just Goku like walking Gohan up to like a pond, and he's gonna teach him how to fish. So it's like
So he's actually taking care of his son in
yeah,
this
so
one, really?
right? So it's like as tedious as that
But
action
when does
is.
he die?
Like literally right at the beginning of the
So
game.
Goku dies at the beginning of the game.
No, he
But
doesn't die. He's the
If it's gonna keep to the story, he dies like 6 times.
true.
I know.
True.
Like he's come back for this.
But who knows how far into the saga
He's a
they're gonna go.
professional zombie. That Goku. He's a professional.
And you also get to play with Vegeta and different characters too. So while Goku's away, you probably get to play as Piccolo or something, you know.
Did they give
So
you
it's
the-
not like a fighting game.
Yeah, you
this
don't have to
one.
make
It's
it-
an RPG
Yeah,
game.
it's not purely a fighting game. And,
Okay.
and when you
So it
do
has
fight-
the versus mode in it, but it also story
Right.
mode. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, and
Speaking of zombies, freaking Frieza, bro.
yeah.
They keep bringing him back and like Dragon
But I
Ball,
love
like
Frieza,
Dragon
Just-
Ball
oh,
Super.
God.
It's like, and then his hell was too funny.
And just like in Resurrection F, when they brought him back, I was just like, why?
My dude was gold.
Just why?
Yo,
It's like-
I love
I'm
Frieza.
like, make a better character.
And it's
that's
like he's
Who's
just
better
he's just
than
a,
Frieza?
he's just always such an asshole. Like in
Yeah.
freaking Broly, he was just like he's like, look, they killed your father. It's like I'm just glad that
That's
he
why
got
I
his
love
ass
it.
whooped for 30 minutes.
Bro.
He's like,
Bro.
you gotta wait 15 minutes now. It's like,
How much
and
of
like,
an asshole do you have to be to blow up a whole planet and destroy a whole race? Just like, Dead.
with his finger, dude.
With his
Like-
finger. And that was before the training in the movie.
Yeah.
And on some real shit, he was told to do that by Beerus.
That was true.
He
Yeah.
wasn't even. It wasn't even like he did it on purpose. He was like, "Hey,
That shit makes me laugh
Go,
to this day. That Beerus only keeps Earth alive because fucking
For
Bulma
food?
keeps cooking some good ass food.
For real.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I want Bulma to cater my next fucking
my
event at
God.
this point. I'm like, how good
For
is this
real.
fucking food? Then you got Beerus happy.
And that it keeps Earth alive.
That's for real.
Like, let's hope she never gets a bad review.
Oh,
Yes, please.
Cyberpunk
I was gonna say-
2077.
I was about to say
Yeah.
Just got
Cyberpunk.
delayed.
I know."
It got
Yeah.
delayed. It's
But
not
I
by
feel-
far. Yeah.
Another game that got delayed and has people are really on the edge about this game too. Marvel's Avengers. That's supposed to come
Oh
out
my
this
God,
year.
that got delayed,
People
too?
are like really on the edge about it because it's just
Yeah, I want
characters look so different. I mean,
Yeah, I want it.
it's and like they're also saying that it's not like a free roam game. It's like strictly just gameplay. So it got delayed until September, but people are really on the edge about that. Like
Yeah.
I kind of am too. It's like,
It's gonna be a really.
is it
good
gonna
game.
be good? Is either gonna be a good game or it's gonna
Hey, we already
tank.
had Injustice.
Yeah.
You know, we need the
I
Marvel
fucking
version.
love Injustice. They
I-
did a
I think that's what they
very
should
good
just do.
job on
They
Injustice.
should just-
I own it. Okay.
I have
love
Injustice
that
2 as well.
shit.
Injustice. Is good.
Injustice 1 and 2. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh both. I'm like, I love those.
But like I
games.
feel like that's what they should definitely do. They should
They
definitely
truly
just have
would.
just a straight up like Marvel fighting game. It would be, yeah.
It's just remember,
pretty
like
dope.
licensing wise, once
Yeah,
again,
that too.
Mortal Kombat, Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers, DC. So
And
that's
me-
why Warner Brothers. That's why.
And I
they
mean
made,
that's
like, a
why
Mortal
and that's why you
Kombat
can have
event.
stuff like DC versus Mortal Kombat, which wasn't
And
as
they
good,
do
wasn't
have-
really a
they
good
do have
game,
Mortal
but
Kombat.
It happened. Yeah.
yeah, which really wasn't a good game, but it happened just because of that.
Is anyone looking forward to Dying Light 2?
Dying Light 2. Yeah.
Yes.
They added.
I don't play it, but I like to watch it. As like once again, horror movie fan. I'm like,
They added like different mechanics to the game where like the higher you are in the game, like in the level of the game, like say you run into a building, the higher you are in the building, the less dangerous you are. So like if you get
Okay.
into any, cause it's all city based fighting now. So if
Oh
you
my
stay on
God.
ground levels, you're fucked.
I mean, of course,
That
like,
shit is
and
scary.
especially at night too. Like
I
at
remember
night,
Di-
they all
yes!
just does
Yeah.
like
Hey, the Resident Evil game that they got for PS4.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3,
Oh my
the one that's
God.
coming out. That one.
Yeah.
Not the one that's coming out, but the one that's already out for
Oh,
PS4.
2?
I think.
Yeah, I think it's
but,
2, yeah,
it's
it's
just like you just go into houses and shit, right? And then, like the beginning, you're
Is that
trying
the
to
one?
find your wife.
Is that the one you end up going to the? You start off at the police station.
No.
That's the one before that.
Yeah,
I
because
did- I
in
played
this
the
one
one
you start off
before
at a
that.
house, right?
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
This shit is so fucking creepy.
can't.
I couldn't even like.
couldn't.
Oh my god. So like, you just walk into this house and you're looking for your wife, and your wife is already like a fucking zombie, and she's gonna fucking kill the shit out of you, right? So throughout the
okay.
whole house,
You kill her back.
throughout the whole, yeah, you would think, throughout the whole house, she's chasing you, right?
You got no weapon.
You got nothing.
Nothing.
And then she ends up beating the shit
Not
out of
even
you.
the white. Not even like in the kitchen. You got a knife. Nothing.
You end up finding like a weapon.
Okay.
I forget what it is you find, but you end up getting a gun too. But
Like, Cabrona,
the
what?
fucked up part is you kill her, right? So you think, and then she ends up coming back once you
Oh
get to
my.
like the second floor of this house, and I'm just like, bro, and there's a whole other like family of these things in there too. So it's like you have to make it out the house without dying.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's so
You said
hard.
there's a whole other family of these things.
Yeah, 'cause the zombie shit.
Was she unfaithful? What do you mean a whole nother
No, so
family?
they kidnapped her.
Wow.
Let's not make a soap opera off of this.
Yeah, right. So like, but
Alright, I'm turning
they,
into novela.
they pretty much end up kidnapping her, and then they turn her into like one of them, and then she's just like gone, and your wife's been missing for like years, and you're just like, well, I'm gonna go search for her now because.
What
it's
would
been
you
like a
say
year.
first?
It's like you dead. It's like I'm sorry, you dead. You know that's our divorce. I'm out.
That dude was
That's
trying
savage.
too
I can't
hard.
hear you
couldn't
being a
do that.
zombie. Sorry.
See,
It's not
one
like
ga-
in Santa
Speak-
Clarita Diet.
Speaking of zombies and like monster stuff like that, Doom's coming back with another
Oh,
game.
yes.
Doom
Yeah.
Eternal,
I was gonna-
like
Okay.
Doom Infinity, I think it's
I
called.
can't-
or
yeah.
something.
nah,
it's
it's
some-
Doom.
so-
I think it's internal.
Internal.
Yeah.
Internal, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I
It looks
can't wait.
dope.
It does
I
look
can't
dope.
wait.
Like,
Looks dope, and it's in 4K.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Another game that like people are kind of on edge about is the new Watch Dogs. It's supposed to be coming
Yup.
out. Watch
Yep.
Dogs
Legion.
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 Yeah.
I
See,
can't wait.
I'm
I've
not.
been waiting.
I wasn't a fan,
Me
bro.
either.
It got annoying having to use your phone to do everything.
Yeah,
But
My
it's
man's
just,
really
it just,
good at that
yeah,
game.
it
He
just
loves,
seems like
yes, you can hack other people's
Is it good?
shit, the
Yeah.
cars. You can hack like.
Did
Isn't that the
everything
hacking
happen?
game?
Okay.
Bro, every NPC is playable. Every
That's
person
true.
that you see in the game, Legion, is
It's
playable.
playable.
Yeah.
That's lit.
That is lit.
That's lit. And it's still open world, I presume. So it's gonna be old.
I mean, that's good.
You can do whatever, dude. Oh my god, you just hack shit. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna lose my life in that game.
Another game that's coming out, well, it's more of a remake, but the Final Fantasy VII remake
Oh, yeah.
is supposed to
Yeah,
be coming
I saw
out
that
as
too.
well. Also, another
like
game
And
that
Halo's coming out too, right?
I think,
Halo Infinity.
I think that's
Is
probably
it?
the one you're
Halo
talking about.
Infinity. But I think it's
is
for
supposed
like
to
the
come out,
5 though, or not PS5. It's for Xbox.
The Xbox.
The new Xbox.
The new Xbox though. They're doing it for the new release.
See, they're gonna fuck me up because now I need to get Horizon Zero Dawn 2, and they're gonna come out with that
Yup.
for 5, and I'm pissed because it's like, bro, I wasn't even planning on playing this game. I borrowed it and loved it for no fucking reason. I was
First
like,
mistake.
wow,
God.
First mistake.
what the hell?
And the one game that I'm definitely excited for that I think is gonna get Game of the Year, Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was really good.
First, definitely really good. I feel like that, like, just from the trailer of it alone, I feel like this is gonna be really good. Like, I'm excited for that game. Like, day one, I'm getting that. I have to.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Also, another interesting thing is that there's also, like we were saying, that there were like game-based movies. There's also gonna be some anime-based games as well.
Yup.
There's gonna be a One Punch Man game
Yeah.
and a One Piece game as well.
Yeah.
So
Yo, the One Punch Man game though, you pick One Punch Man on your team, and he will show up late. You playing like a team of 3 people, and if you pick him on your team, you have to fight with only 2 people the whole
Yes.
like half of the match
He
or some
shows,
shit.
you
And
told me he
just
shows
up
like
late.
halfway.
Yeah, because he
And-
always comes in late in the anime anyways.
And then ends it.
That's how King became
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
like King
As long as you can
whatever
last.
became the he's like yeah like I'm the but no it was
Yeah.
all fucking Saitama.
Yeah.
And Saitama was like being all these characters and like King would just be happen to be there like eating a fucking hot dog or whatever and he's like oh shit. But it's funny how like Saitama can fight but King beats him all the time in video games.
Yeah.
Another good okay so freaking shit my ADD again.
Well, we're gonna. Does anyone have any memes? Because we have to.
oh yeah,
Oh,
meme of the
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
I found. One. I was gonna send it.
Okay.
All right, whoever got it first, show
I'm
us.
gonna put my shit right up to the camera. I'm gonna tell y'all this
Send it
shit.
to the group chat as well.
True. This shit has to win.
Oh no, you didn't.
Come on.
You,
Give me that. Give me that.
you
Ah,
Ain't
come
no
on now.
words on it either. It's just a
Stupid.
big ooh.
You're stupid.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
Mine was when you get the Pringles.
The Pring- wait, what?
Oh
Hold on,
my
let's see.
god.
We just talk about that last.
Because you be angry.
Duh.
You be looking at it just like, yo, I want you, son. Stop playing these games.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, wow. I'm gonna say that one.
This is one that I actually made on Twitter, but I think this is just funny. Hold on. Let me
Oh shit, we're gonna show us.
oh, wait, hold on.
But in the meantime, we have an upcoming expo.
Yeah.
Anyone looking to be a sponsor or want
Yes.
to sponsor or have a vendor? We have vendor tables coming
Any
up.
performances too.
Yep.
Yep.
April 11th is our day.
We're doing a cosplay contest,
Yeah.
Yep.
Cosplay contest. Yep. We're gonna have 2 floors,
photo booth,
2
green
different
screen,
DJs.
green screen, some food.
Yep.
Food.
Of course.
Come eat
Hopefully
some
cooked
shit.
by this man right
Yeah,
Gabe's
I'm
grill.
Hopefully-
That's
Yeah.
Gabe's
I'll
grill
cook
right
again.
there.
I'll cook again. I'll cook
Yeah.
again. But that's gonna be April 11th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, April
April
11th.
11th.
And I got my meme for y'all.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm ready. Did you send it to the chat?
Yeah, you kind of gotta read it. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay. All right. Ah, I see. Wow.
Damn.
It's like me. These barbers really trying to charge 50 for a cut. My mom. I could cut your hair for you. Me.
Bumble cloth. Yeah, I would never let my mom cut my hair.
I love my mama,
Yeah,
but
nah.
nah, like.
Nah, you're not
It's
touching
not.
my-
It's not. Mm-mm. I
And
fuck
she
with
always
her.
wants to offer, like, I could do your table. I was like,
Nah.
I just remembered. Okay, so Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Attack on Titan this year. They're thinking of the final season in fall.
Oh,
So, yes, Attack on Titan.
So that's coming up.
final season.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it's they're
Dang.
making a final season. They're
You know what? I actually might just get back into that because they have the final season coming up, so I can just binge
yeah.
watch the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Because I fell off after
because I want to
season
know what the
one.
fuck happens with the beast.
Yeah.
like somehow relate. Like
I would like for them to remake the movie that they made.
Same.
Like,
Yeah. Are you talking about the live action?
yeah,
shit?
they made a live action one. It
They made
just
one
looked
of Death
terrible.
Note too.
Like,
They made one for Death Note.
I heard I heard mixed reviews about that. I heard some people were saying it was good, some people were saying it was trash.
I like the CGI for the demon.
Oh
Like, other than that,
All right, and so we're gonna wrap up this episode of TV Nerds.
Yep.
This is your host Gabe Stomach.
This your boy Eugene right here.
Chris Konecki.
Lisa, you can find me on Lisa Took My Photos for photography. And you can find me on Snapchat, Lisania_M. That's it.
All right,
Yo.
have a good night.
I keep coming back to you.